Hey, No Dog here. So, I'm going to try something new. This is Shuttle Tales. And we'll see if, so anybody that's been following my channel knows that for the past 11 Appalachian Trail Thru Hiker seasons, I've been shuttling hikers to the trail from the Atlanta metro area. And I guess sometimes I shuttle them off trail when they decide that it's too much for them before they leave Georgia. Anyway, I've got 2 hikers to pick up this morning, and I thought, hey, you know, I always have these awesome conversations with these thru hikers on their day 0, or for some that go to Springer, day 1, and why don't I just vlog that? So I'm sitting in a little Atlanta traffic, and it occurred to me, I just hit record. So this is the first official Shuttle Tales. The Shuttle Tales video vlog with No Dog. That's me. All right, I'm gonna hit stop here, and we'll see. See, I guess they're gonna have to. I mean, everybody's got to agree to want to be in this. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, so back to Shuttle Tales here. I texted both hikers when I was safely parked legally, and both guys are in. They're like, hey, let's try it out. So we'll see how this goes. This is Ty. It's our first hiker for the day. The inaugural version of Shuttle Tales with No Dog. All right, this is great. Thanks for letting me do this.
Yeah,
really cool, man. All right, what'd you bring, man? What
I brought honey dill sauce.
Honey dill, that's
a Winnipeg
awesome.
Specialty.
Dude, oh, you're from Canada?
Yeah, from Canada.
Nice, man.
So
That makes my day. I love this stuff. Another guy, a Canadian I dropped off the other day, gave me a thing of syrup.
Oh, okay.
I love the syrup, man. The maple syrup's
this
really
is
good.
Great for chicken fingers.
Winnipeg's
really the only place that makes it.
Really?
Right
That's
now.
awesome, man. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that this hiker I dropped off the other day, he's done the PCT, and he had done the AT a couple years ago as well.
Okay.
And he's back out for another AT thru hike. He has more backpacking experience, I think, than just about anybody I had shuttled in these 11 seasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so tell me about your backpacking experience, man.
I have a 0 backpacking experience.
Awesome. You're like 90-something% of all the people I shuttled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone on 1 or 2 day hikes.
Okay.
Never camped.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see how it goes. And the big thing that I'm always forget about is, like, I'm from Manitoba, so it's completely flat.
Right.
So all of a sudden there's hills, like a hill this big we wouldn't even have in Winnipeg.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the elevation will certainly, you'll get used to it fast, that's for sure. Anyway, this guy's around the corner over here at one of the hotels.
Awesome.
He was gonna walk 20 minutes to meet me over at the REI. I'm like, nah, just wait.
Yeah, especially since the REI wouldn't be open yet, right? It's pretty early.
No, it doesn't open till 10. I've picked up hikers at the REI, just, you know.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. I've picked up people twice that I can remember who just decided to didn't even have a shuttle booked. Just decided to go over to the REI
and
thinking
hope.
that, I guess I can just go, man. I can just go. Yeah, just hope somebody. And I'm like, really? Just on a wish and a prayer? You were hoping. All right, he's at this extended stay. I think I got it programmed in. Is it this turn? I think it's this turn. I think it's here. Yeah, extended stay America. All right. All right. So how many nights have you spent in the woods practicing with your gear?
I slept in my yard one night.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you know how to set up your tent. And
yeah, I've set up my tent.
You got a
4
cool
or 5
pack,
times.
Man. That cock was a good pack, man.
Yeah, it's
all right.
Good at researching. We'll see how good I am at camping.
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna wait on this other guy, and all right, still here with Ty. I can edit. At least that's the good news. All right. Let's see. So
yeah, refrigerate after opening.
Refrigerate after opening. I should probably it's going to be in mirror writing, but it's the Manitoba honey dill sauce. It's a big deal in Manitoba.
Yeah, it's like a Manitoba specialty, like a little like Chinese chicken finger restaurant invented it by mistake.
All right.
And then they tried to market it nationally, but like it didn't stick. So now it's just in Manitoba.
Wow. All right.
And it's like,
It's awesome, man. This. I love this kind of stuff. I love this kind of stuff because I would never have the opportunity to get something like this unless somebody was like, here, man, this is like, you can't get this anywhere else. That's really cool. It's really cool, man.
yeah,
Really cool.
let me know after you try it.
Yeah. All right. So, man, all right. When I attempted my first through hike, I went 600 miles, and I could have gone farther. I let the mental side get to me. But I had only spent I'd never spent more than a couple consecutive nights in the woods with that was like 50 yards from my car. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I had a cooler full of beer, and I was out there with a bunch of guys, you know, a bunch of friends. You know, and I went on like one shakedown hike about 3 miles in, spent the night, and then came back out, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready, I got it. And yeah, I mean, you figure it out. You go all, you know, I got to Damascus, Virginia, and then I skipped up and I did the Shenandoah National Park, and you know, I mean, I've been doing sections ever since. So
Yeah, I figured because I don't have any hiking or camping background, it's better just to get out here, not do any shakedowns, because if I hate it, then I won't come. Whereas now I'm here,
You're
so
here.
I don't have a choice.
yeah,
It's like I gotta walk north.
yeah, you don't want to have to go back to Canada yet.
No,
No,
it's
just
still
walk home.
freezing up there.
Yeah, just go slow.
Yeah,
That's it. Just take your time, go slow, and
yeah.
yeah. There's a guy I met on just one of my kind of training hikes at this mountain, almost a mountain. I think it gets up to about 2,000 feet elevation here, just north of the city, and I'm out there on this day hike, you know, just kind of getting in, trying to do like 6 miles with about 15 pounds on my back, and here comes this guy coming at me, and he's got like a Kakwa 55. I mean, I know I kind of pay attention to gear, so he's got a, you know, like a full-on Kakwa 55, and he's got his trekking poles, and I'm like, this guy, you know, he looks like he's on a through hike.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, hold on, you know, stop for a second. Like, what's going on, you know? I'm like, what are you doing? You're out here training for what? You know, he's like, I'm gonna go hike on the Appalachian Trail. I'm like, you gonna go all the way to Maine? You know? Yeah. I'm like, man, that's why I'm out here. You know, I'm just training as well. I'm leaving. It's like, when you leaving? And we got to talking. Anyway, we did a hike together. He's in Franklin, North Carolina right now. He said he's been having a great time. He went through some coldish weather. He was hiking. He was training. He makes me look bad. He was doing like 10 miles or so every day. He got up early in the morning. Yeah, maybe he took a day or so off, but he got out there almost every morning and was putting in those like 10, 12 miles, whatever it was. So he's saying, but he's saying how much of a difference it made. He's like, I see people who are just not in shape, and he was talking about seeing people who somebody brought like who thought the shelters actually had electrical outlets, had power. Right, and I guess it still happens. As much research as you can do, I guess you miss, you know, things like that. That's not necessary.
No, I'm gonna try to cold soak. I don't cook at home, so it's like I'm not gonna start cooking.
Did you bring a stove?
I didn't bring a stove.
No, straight up. Well, you know what? Yeah, well, you're, you know, one step closer to being an ultralight backpacker, right, without the stove.
Pretty close. 11 pounds is my base weight. So
is it really?
Yeah.
That's amazing to go on your first through hike with a February start and I'm gonna give you the 10 pounds. You don't take off a pound for the starter. You get a bonus to be that light.
Well, I mean, it could just be poorly planned too. So it's hard to say if it's well done or.
I mean, we can talk about gear. You know, I love talking gear, right? So usually, so you got your backpack, the Kakwa. So what are you using for shelter? These two big three.
Well, because I'm Canadian, I just bought Durston junk. So I got the Durston X-Mid Pro 1, right?
Okay.
So I got that for my shelter.
The Pro 1, okay, all right.
And Dyneema or whatever.
Yeah, just the Dyneema one.
Then I got...
So that's a pound, just under a pound.
Yeah. Then I got for the pad, I have the one everybody uses, Thermarest Neo.
The Neo or X-Lite,
NXT,
the NXT,
or whatever.
Okay.
And
what size did you get with that?
I got the standard Mummy.
Okay.
And I slept on it once, and it was comfortable enough.
Yeah, so like the bottom, how tall are you? 6 what?
Oh, I'm
in
like 5'11".
Okay. Oh, really? Well,
on Tinder, I'd be 6 feet tall.
Yeah, for sure. You'd be 6'2".
But at the doctor, I'm 5'11".
All right. Fair enough. All right, so you got the standard length pad.
Yeah, and then I got one of the what is it? One of the like the ultralight like 1/4 inch things that lay underneath it.
Yeah. Okay.
So hopefully
Who'd you get that from? The 1/8 and the 1/4 inch, the 1/4 inch thickness pad.
Gossamer Gear, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gossamer Gear.
So you had to pay import on that one.
I actually got it through geartrade.ca.
Oh.
They have lots of ultralight stuff, and they take care of all that crap
that's
for
cool.
Canadians. It's,
Nice. I didn't know about that.
It's like the best place to buy gear for Canadians, I think.
All right.
And if you sign up to be a Great Divide like member, you get like discounts on all their crap too. So it's worth doing that.
Okay.
So that's
the sleeping pad. We got the tent. We got the backpack.
I got the Catabatic Flex quilt at 22 degrees.
Dude, the Catabatic is the way to go.
Yeah.
There's a ton of people who love the Enlightened Equipment quilts. I've used both, and the Catabatic, there's not even comparing. It's like comparing a Toyota Tercel to like a Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
The Catabatic is so nice. It's so well made, and it's so the way it's constructed. You said you had the Flex.
I think it's the Flex. It's the quilt. It's not the bag. It's the
Well, is this a foot box sewn, or can you open it up to a blanket? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
All right, that's okay. Oh, there's the guy. All right, we're gonna let him in. Okay. Hey, man.
Hey,
sorry, we're doing the video. We're live now. They are live recording.
Alex.
I'm NOBO.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we'll get you loaded up. Thanks for being part of the inaugural Shuttle Tales here. Yeah, we're just doing a little. It's all in. Yeah, jump in the back there, man. Okay. Awesome.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, Alex.
Alex,
Nice to meet you.
Alex, I'm NODOG. All right, man. It's just 25 for the ride. We're splitting it.
Cool.
Yeah, not bad, right?
Not bad at all.
Yeah, super. All right. All right. Anyway, the Catabatic quilts versus the Enlightened Equipment. I think it's the way to go. Unless you're carrying an Enlightened Equipment quilt, then you're all right, man. Where did I put it? That's upside down. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, everybody's all paid up. We'll get us to Amicalola. Nobody wanted to do skip the approach trail, right?
No.
No, I wouldn't do that either, but some people do, and hey, that's okay. It just means I get to have a fun long drive in on the Forest Service road. It's 6 miles on the Forest Service road, depending on when I have. I'll turn that back down. When I have when I'm driving up to Springer and I have people in the car, I don't. Let me do it like this. I don't. I go kind of slowish. I don't want to scare people. And then when how do I get back to this? When I on the way back down though, I really hit it hard there. It's just this winding kind of thing. All right. So here's what I usually do, right? Is I'll show people that I'm actually taking you to Amicalola Falls State Park. That way you know I'm not taking it to like my secret kill room or something like that. All right, here we go. I don't really need that directions. I know how to get there. I've been there. All right. So the Catabatic, that's where we're at. Okay, so I think we got your big 3 down. I saw the trekking poles. Were those Durston?
Yeah, those are Durston ice line or whatever they call them.
Yeah. Did you put a lot of thought into your tent stakes?
I just used the ones that came with the Durston tent.
Okay.
And
What's coming with the tent these days?
What are they? They're like, they came with 4, I think they're DAC.
Okay.
AC, 4 8-inch stakes, 4 6-inch stakes.
Okay.
Yeah, like I weighed them compared to the MSR groundhogs or whatever. They're basically the same weight, so it didn't seem worth purchasing something else.
That's fine. As long as you can, get them in the dirt.
Yeah.
Or if you can't get them in the dirt, just start looking for rocks or something to tie your stuff onto.
Yeah.
Lay the stake, just like flat on the ground and put rocks on it. They're like Gooch Gap Shelter in Georgia, which is around mile 18.
Yeah.
I've found that the soil there, it's a heavily used campsite, right? The shelter, based on where it is. Anyway, the soil there can be very rocky and hard and compact. And I've had issues getting stakes in the ground before. So usually I'll skip that shelter. If you go another mile and a half to Gooch Gap, it's a Forest Service road crossing, but there's some nice campsites there and some water. Trail East. You guys know about Trail East, Trail West?
No.
All right. I don't know how people miss that one. That was one of the first things I feel like everybody knew when I attempted my thru hike. Anyway, all right. If you are headed northbound on the Appalachian Trail, right, your trail guide, or if somebody says, "Oh, it's east or west," right? West is always left. East is always right. Don't pay attention to what the compass says, because if you're northbound, there will be times where you're literally headed south on the compass.
Yeah.
Right, because that's just the way the trail wraps around. So if I say, "Hey, trail east," it means just go to the right if you're headed northbound.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a marked water source. It's like a 1/10 of a mile off the trail, just on the other side of the Forest Service road at Gooch Gap. You can set up a tent. It's a lot easier to get your stakes in the ground. Of course, you missed kind of the social stuff going on at the shelter. It's your call.
Yeah.
But man, the dirt at Gooch Gap is tough. Gooch Mountain Shelter. All right, Alex, where are you coming in from, man? Ohio.
Northeast Ohio.
Canton, Ohio. My wife and in-laws. My in-laws still live in Cleveland, and that's where my wife is from. How Canton's close to Cleveland, isn't it?
About 45 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I might.
I go up to Cleveland all the time.
Yeah, it's like the Akron-Canton Airport.
Yep.
I might have.
I'm about 5 minutes from the
Let's
airport.
see. All right. So what kind of backpacking experience do you have, man?
Just a bunch of small 3-4 day trips.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Well, that's pretty
Nothing
good.
extended.
Yeah, but so the fact that you've done 3 to 4 days more than once puts you in like the top 10% of the people I shuttle.
And then last week I took a 5-day trip out in Nashville and just tested out gear, made sure I was all right.
That's great.
And I was out there solo, so I kind of got the jitters over with.
Did you see anybody out when you say solo? You went by yourself?
I went by myself. I saw one person the whole time I was out there.
That's great. Yeah, that's cool. That's a really fun hike, though, to see nobody. That first night, though, in the woods alone with nobody around always gets me, and I've spent 100 plus nights.
I had a bad windstorm, so I got the taste of bad weather.
All right. Where you went near Nashville?
Asheville.
Oh, Asheville. Okay. That's different. All right. Yeah, Ty here's new at this, but it sounds like he's done a ton of research. Sounds like he's prepared to, spend a night in his yard.
I mean, everybody's got a plan till they're punched in the face, right?
Exactly.
Right? Is that a Mike Tyson quote?
That is Mike Tyson.
There we go. All right. Yeah, I like to see Mike Tyson go on a thru hike. That'd be a fun movie. Yes. All right. That was cold. That was hot. All right.
Yeah, it's so nice out here.
Where are you from?
I'm from like Winnipeg, Central Canada there.
Okay.
So it was pretty nice in Winnipeg. It was only, what would it be, like, I don't know, 18 degrees. Is that what?
That's pretty much the same in Ohio.
Yeah, so it was pretty nice.
We're talking Fahrenheit.
Yeah, Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
What the metric system though? I mean, you guys work a lot of Celsius up there in Canada.
Yeah,
right? I always forget where,
So it was minus, I don't know, it was like minus 10 when I left.
Sounds tougher. That's the way it does. All right, so let's do big 3, Alex.
Okay.
All right, man. So the back, I wasn't even paying attention to the backpack you just put down. What was that?
I have an old North Face Terra 65 liter.
All right, I don't even know that one. That's cool.
Yep.
All right. How long have you had it?
2 years.
Okay. All right. The Terra. What's it weigh? Do you know?
I have no idea what the pack
Doesn't
was.
matter. Not like the pack by itself.
But with everything in it.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just curious. I don't know.
Heavy.
All right. It's heavy. Well, if you like it, man.
I do. It's comfortable. You can adjust the straps. You can adjust the back pad of it to where you can get it up and down. It fits me nice.
Yeah. All right. And then, all right. So tent.
I have the North Face Stormbreak 2.
North Face Stormbreak 2. I think I've heard of that one. So that's a freestanding tent.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And Then, so we've got sleeping pad, quilt. What are we doing with the
sleeping pad?
setup?
I just have your cheapo knockoff Thermarest pad.
Is it an inflatable or a foam pad?
Foam pad.
Foam pad. All right.
And then sleeping bag, I just went with an 3i brand 20-degree sleeping bag.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, people carry the gear is so varied.
Yeah, I wanted
to keep people up.
I was on a tighter budget for gear wise, so I didn't really go ultra light. I just kind of went price range.
That's okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say people lighten their load along the way. I mean, I noticed this just from watching too much YouTube year after year. And but you know, the average weight of the people I take up here is somewhere between 30 and 35 pounds.
Yeah, I would imagine I'm floating around there.
Yeah, I got a scale in the back of the car there. They'll weigh you at Amicalola, but if you want to not, if you don't want to step on a scale in front of a bunch of people, you know, you can do it in the privacy of the back of my car there, the old luggage scale. All right. So what? You guys are? How old are you guys roughly?
I'm 36.
36.
I'm 30.
And 30.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of getting into the older age for Thru Hikers. It's kind of that gap between 30 and 45 where, you know, people are trying to work and do a career. So what'd you leave behind? Like job, family, friends?
I'm just on PTO. So
Okay.
I have 100 days off, so we're going to go as far as we can go in 100 days. So my next day of work is June 6th.
Okay.
And yeah,
What kind of work do you do?
I do like answer emergency telephone calls and do radios for rural policing.
Okay.
So I'm a civilian member with them.
All right. So, but I mean, would that be the same as our like 911 operator?
Yeah, I'd be a 911 operator.
Is it? Do you dial 911 in Canada?
Yeah, Winnipeg invented 911.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, first city at 911.
All right. Because I've been in other countries where it's 999.
Yeah. No, Canada's all 911. But
All right.
it's kind of goofy, like because our northern half of our province is so like remote. They don't have the infrastructure for 911, so if you dial 911 there, nothing happens. You have to dial like the 7-digit emergency number.
Okay.
Which is not ideal.
No. No, the whole point of 911 was just quick and easy.
Yeah.
All right. Alex, what about you, man?
I was a FedEx driver.
Cool. So
Quit.
you quit, just straight up said, hey, I'm done.
Basically, they offered me my job back if I want to come back, but I needed a career change. I'm kind of tired of delivering packages, so this was just the perfect.
How long you been doing that?
6 years.
Yeah. You get a lot of steps in.
Yes.
A lot of, I mean, you ever try to calculate? Because I thought about this once. Like, how much weight does a FedEx driver,
UPS.
or UPS, right? How much weight do these guys lift, carry, and put down in a typical, day?
It would probably make me sick if I actually knew.
Right.
Because that's all we do anymore is deliver furniture.
Oh, it's really big stuff like that. It's not little packages.
And dog food, yeah.
And dog food. Is it cheaper to order dog food?
People love Chewy, Chewy.com.
Oh, I should probably take a look at that bit. I've been buying my dog's Beneful for the longest time. It's like $18 for a 20-pound bag, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's expensive. But I only have 2 dogs. They don't eat that much. They're little beagles.
No.
All right, so like family, like girlfriends,
Single, not
boyfriends.
married, no girlfriend.
Yeah, those easy to get away there.
Easy to get away.
My wife was nice enough to let me go. So
Yeah.
she's holding down the fort. We have no kids or anything, just 2 small dogs.
Yeah, my wife is nice enough to let me go this year. I'm getting, I'm 53 now, and I just, it's like the window, like how much longer was my body going to be, going to be able to do it. I got 2 girls, and they're in high school, I guess, almost. One of them's about to finish middle school. Yeah, she's like, I'll hold it down, go. I know it's been your dream, and she's like, I think she said, like on our first date, I was pretty sure you were going to do a Thru Hike someday. I probably talked about that a lot. Yeah, I need to go now.
Have you always lived around here?
Yeah, the exit we just passed, 10 is about as far north as, I guess you can get to my house from 11 by some, going that way, but 10's a lot of the straighter shot. But I don't know, 8 or 9. Like all of these, like you can get over to the little town where I live. It's
Yeah.
it's the way it is.
So when you come out here, is a lot of your hiking on the AT?
Like
If
all
you're
of
just doing
it.
day hiking?
Well, day hikes, I usually, you know, it's from my house to the closest AT road crossing is about an hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes, depending on what kind of traffic's going on. And so if I'm just going to do a day hike, usually I'll stay closer. If I'm just going to go out for a few miles. When I go out on the, you know, it just depends on how I feel though. But it's a, you know, to drive, let's say 3 hours round trip for a, you know, 3 to 8 mile hike.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, usually it's like I want to pack up the gear, and so I'll go spend a night or 2 nights and get that kind of section going. And I wish I was a little closer. But there's up here, when we get to exit 14, there's a mountain called Sawnee Mountain, which is, kind of sticks up by itself. I guess the Appalachian chain just barely peeked its head above ground down there. And that's about it's close in terrain and has a couple spots with some elevation changes. It almost simulates what you see on the Appalachian Trail. And that's only about 30 minutes from my house. And so I'll go over there and get some training hikes in. How about you? You don't have any mountains around you in Canada?
Oh, where I'm in Canada?
No, not. I don't mean Canada. I mean
No, not really.
Ohio.
A lot of my hiking, backpacking trips I've done has been on the AT as well.
Okay. What part though? What are you going over to?
I've done a section in Irwin, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I've done a section. Me and my buddy did the presidentials,
Oh, nice.
and another section in North Carolina.
Yeah, you have some good experience, man. You're going to be surprised, I think, when you get out here and start talking to other folks and see what other people have done. I think you'll realize, well, how much more you've done than the average hiker.
It's positive to hear because I don't think it's that much.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I tried to calculate it, and I don't know, over 100 nights in the woods, 125 maybe, and it's all AT, right? Like everything's AT. Even though there's some other trails up here in Georgia, everything I do is AT. I just love it. I love to see the white blades. You know, I mean, there's so many other trails I could hike, but I've been thinking about this thru hike, and I'm looking at all my gear, and I've taken so many shakedown hikes, and I really like everything, and I feel like I'm really locked in, and I am having like a sense of like self-doubt and fear, and I don't know, maybe I'm okay with it. I think, you know, once I get out there and start hiking, I'll feel at home again. But it's kind of weird how I'm just like the
Well,
sense
even if
of,
it doesn't work out, you could always try again next year.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. My wife is not going to let me try again next year.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you're going to have to wait. Now, I think, I mean, you know, injury is kind of my big fear about something that would slow me down. I think the mental game, and I know that that's the hardest part, you know, for the longevity. As long as you don't get injured, the mental game is tough. I think I got the mental game figured out.
Yeah, I was running, which I know isn't the same, but I was running to prepare, and then it's like 3 months before I started, it's like, well, I got to stop running. I don't want to hurt myself running before I get out there. If I'm going to hurt myself, it better be out here.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I've heard of people hurting themselves on training hikes. I've watched way too many YouTube vlogs the past, let's call it 10 years or so, and I've seen that. People are, you know, training, and then the next video is they're sitting there and, you know, their ankle or knee or something, they twisted it, and they're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go on this hike now. So I guess there's a happy medium with training. Yeah. How'd you guys decide this was the year that you were going to do it, or even hear about the AT?
I forget how I heard about it, probably off YouTube, but I needed to, because I'm like still employed, I needed to save up my holidays for 2 years to get enough time so I could take all my holidays on this side, like our fiscal year ends in at the end of April.
Okay.
Or at the end of March, sorry. So I have all my holidays on this side of March and all my holidays on next side of March. And then I just had to take a couple weeks of like just flex time or whatever. So this is just the first year that I had enough holidays banked to be able to go.
But you're getting paid.
Yeah, like I'm getting my paycheck every 2 weeks still. So
For how many days did you say?
I'm off till June.
Till June.
Yeah, and I could like if I'm close at the end of June and I need to go farther, like I still have like 300 hours of holidays I can take. So it's not like I'm really in a time crunch. It's just people want to commit crime in the summer, so it's like I gotta be back there. It gets nice out, you want to commit crime.
Yeah, you can't commit crime in a Canadian winter.
No, if it's minus 35 or whatever, like you stay home. Domestic's only in the winter. Nobody's out committing crime. It's just stuff at home.
That's funny. All right. And you've got a history of backpacking for a while, Alex. But how'd you decide you're going to attempt the whole AT then?
This was very spontaneous.
Yeah,
I just kind of hit a wall at work and during Christmas time.
Yeah.
And I just needed a break, so I told my parents that this is what I wanted to do, and I got their support right away.
No kidding.
And that's what I needed. I just needed somebody to be like, do it.
Yeah.
So I spent the last 2 or 3 months working a full-time job and door dashing at night, every night, doing what I can to make as much money as I could. And here I am.
So do you have a place to go back to when you're done, or?
Yes, I prepaid my apartment till July.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So I have my place to go back home.
That's good.
Yeah. So I hear you guys talking about like June and July, kind of trying to wrap up your hikes by then. I'm like, I'm doing my fingers, like counting that off.
Mine's ambitious. Like I'm planning to sort of be done right when Katahdin opens.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting to Katahdin around September 1st. And I want to see just about 4 seasons out there. Yeah, 3.5 seasons. Maybe I'll go faster. I don't know. I don't hike as fast as I used to.
Well, you don't have to hike fast. You just have to hike long, right?
Yeah, consistency.
Yeah.
I mean, if you average 15 miles a day, that's fairly aggressive over the whole thing. And then 12 miles a day, 1 mile an hour, for 12 hours a day will get you to Katahdin. I figured out I average, and I think a lot of hikers don't think about it this way, but I average 2 miles an hour when I hike. And that includes like stopping to look at something, refilling water, digging a cat hole, whatever I got to do, eating a lunch snack, that's a new thing. But it's like 2 miles an hour. So if I go, okay, I'm going to hike 8 miles today, right? So Springer Mountain to Hawk Mountain Shelter. That's a very typical, right, day one for a lot of hikers. I mean, it's 8 miles. So if I'm going to go, I'm going to hike 8 miles, then I know at 2 miles an hour, I need 4 hours of hiking. That's it for the whole day. And if I leave camp at extremely late 10 a.m. and I only hike 4 hours, I'm going to be done at 2 p.m. That's my math right there. Right, and then I'm going to sit there until the sun goes down at 7:30 p.m. So, I just have to, I keep reminding myself when I'm out there to slow down. It's hard sometimes, instead of taking sitting for 5 minutes to enjoy a view, stretch it out. I do it for an hour. Yeah, I've made myself do that. I mean, that's trying to start off slow. That's another thing I really want to make sure I do is start out slow. Pace. I see a lot of folks on YouTube who they all say, in their planning videos, as they're talking about their gear or whatever, gonna start off slow in Georgia. I'm not gonna push too fast. It's gonna take it easy. We'll do 8-10 mile days. And then, day 1, day 2, whatever it is, they finish their 8 to 10 miles and it's 1:30.
Yeah.
And they're like, plenty of sunlight left. I'm going to go ahead and push on another 4 miles. Next thing you know, you've done 3 days back to back, 14-mile days, and they get the mountain crossings and they're in pain. Neil Gap, they're in pain. It's that compound injury. It's one thing to get out, I guess, on a section hike where I'll bang out, I'll do 12, 15-mile days for 4 days, 5 days, and I can go home and be in pain. I can sit there.
It's just your wife you're bothering then.
Yeah, I mean, I can just, I can just hobble around the house for a week while my body recuperates. But you can't do that on the trail. You can't take a week off. You can, but you don't want to. I want to do slow days when I start off and let my body heal while I'm sitting around doing nothing at camp overnight. I think that's a better plan. All right, let's see. You carrying a stove, Alex?
Yes.
Nice. Ty here's gonna try the cold soak. No cooking.
Yeah. Don't cook at home. Not interested in cooking on the trail.
Cooking. Yeah. Well, I'll give you.
What kind of meals are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's a good question.
So I did my, first supply yesterday. So for breakfast, I got Pop-Tarts, instant oatmeal, and bars or whatever.
Okay.
For lunch, I'm gonna do some sort of. I got tuna wraps right now, and then dinner I've got instant mashed potato with ramen.
So a tuna wrap. Well, you just taking the tortilla and throwing some tuna on it?
Yeah, and
what else?
I couldn't. Well, right now just nothing, but
Okay.
I got some hot sauce from the Continental breakfast this morning. Grabbed a few packets.
Oh, I would have pocketed as much as I could.
Yeah.
So. that's good hiker trash mentality right there.
Yeah.
There's lots of different cold soaked meals. It makes sense to me. The ramen and mashed potatoes. I wonder how long that takes to cold soak back
So
up.
I was doing it at home, and I'm happy eating the ramen pretty hard. So I was letting it sit 5 minutes and eating it, whether or not that's right.
Really crunchy ramen?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I tried it a few times at home, and then when the wife wasn't around, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll have ramen bomb or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I wonder if you have to make sure that you consume extra water. That stuff's gonna expand in your belly.
Yeah.
You'll figure that out.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
I got lots of time to figure it out, right? And walking 2,200 miles, I got lots of time to perfect it.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. You figure everything out slowly. Yeah. I learned so much. I remember just talking to other hikers or seeing what other hikers were doing, or figuring out real quick, okay, this, whatever I'd read does not really work.
Yeah. So with a freestanding tent, are you taking trekking poles there, Alex?
Yes, I got trekking poles.
I think that's the right move.
Oh yeah.
I think trekking poles really help just hiking. Animals have 4 feet on the ground. They're moving pretty good. Stability, especially on the downs. I really like the hiking poles on the downhills.
That's the hardest for me. I would much rather just go uphill all day than downhill.
Yeah, give me a gentle uphill. Although there are Georgia's a lot of steep ups and steep downs. You'll see. You'll see. You guys are flatlanders. You did that. Well, you've been in the whites, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear that's pretty tough stuff there. I gotta slow down. When I'll slow down, I'm gonna get my first ticket shuttling people. I don't want that to happen. So going through this area here. Come on, bro. Don't be doing that. Running in front of the car. All right. What did I even say? Yeah. All right. Cool. So everybody's family and friends. Nobody's like, you guys are crazy.
A lot of them have said I'm crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's normal then.
I mean, yeah, they say that, but as long as they're supportive, right?
Yeah.
My wife thinks it's a bad idea, but she says go do it anyway. So.
All right. That's nice. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty low. What's the worst can happen? I don't finish a walk. It's not the end of the world.
Well, I'll tell you.
The stakes are so low, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of. All right. My love for backpacking is huge, and I don't have a lot of regrets in life. But quitting the Appalachian Trail after 600 miles, is one of my top 5 regrets, and it's something that it has bothered me every year for the past 5 years, because this year it's not bothered me, but especially around November. Every year it starts to kick in, right in planting season.
Yeah.
And YouTube videos kick on, even before YouTube. You know, it's just something in me is like, this is when I was doing all my planning and getting my gear together, and I was getting ready. I don't know, every year, man. And it's when watching other people do it on YouTube, even, you know, it's like bittersweet. And then I was like, well, what can I do to at least put myself back into, you know, something besides, you know, my section hikes. And I was like, I'm going to start shuttling people from Atlanta up to the trail. Try to save folks some money, because, you know, that kind of thing. It's not a business for me, you know.
You can't be making money off this.
I'm going to break even with the gas and probably buy a sandwich.
You break even, but then you're not valuing your time, right? Like it's great. I really appreciate it.
No, I mean, you know, I wish I could afford to shuttle everybody I shuttle for free. I wish I could be that trail angel. I can't do that. Maybe I thought about this year taking a look at, like, okay, how much have I taken in from all my shuttle rides, and then just like earmarking that amount, and then buying, like, when I just spending it on like Tramley stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, like hostel's on me tonight, or town meal is on me tonight, that kind of thing. You know, luxury items, that kind of stuff for Tramley, kind of paying it forward that way this year. I think that might be a nice thing to do.
How has the shuttling been so in the last couple of weeks?
You guys are the fourth ride this year. It's about to kick in, though. Yeah, because it's still relatively early. I mean, the bubble's been shifting earlier and earlier. I used to not get anybody in January. In the past few years, I've had some Januaries. I had one January this year. A hiker went up. I don't know if you guys paid attention to the weather at all, but we had an ice storm one weekend in Atlanta, which means the mountains were real bad. And then the following weekend we had snow. Like that back to back. I haven't seen anything like that in Atlanta in a long time. But she started about a week before the first ice storm, and then sent me a message. She had already hiked the PCT and CDT, and I'm sure she was flying, because right before the first, like a few days before the first ice storm hit, she texted me just to say, hey, how you doing? I'm at Fontana Village. So she went really fast. She got to Fontana Village really fast, which is you guys know Fontana, that's it's at the Fontana Dam, and then you cross the dam, and then you go into the Smokies. Okay. And so you don't go into the Smokies when they're saying there's a killer ice storm coming. I mean, you can if you're crazy and you have all the gear to survive that. That's insane. They probably had like 3 to 4 foot snowdrifts and terrible ice and stuff like that in the Smokies. So, and then it took a couple people last week, and then
you lucked out that there's 2 of us today. Then
this is the fourth run. I got a run tomorrow too. This is the fourth run up here this year. But I've got the rest of February's looking pretty good. If I get a ride, if I'm shuttling people, great. If I'm not, all right. I got other things to do. I'm not sitting around waiting to pay the bills. I mean, there are, clearly people that, it's a source of their income every year. And like, there's this guy who runs a shuttle service up here. He's based out of Hiawassee. It's Bandits Shuttles, and I've never talked to the guy, but I've heard good things. He's reliable, reasonable rates, cool guy. He's a former Thru Hiker. It's just a cool guy to talk to. Some people aren't. They're just not connected to the trail, and they've never hiked it, and they decide they want to shuttle people, and I guess that's cool. I like the fact that I have some perspective. It's something that I do and love. And I like sharing that with the guys and gals.
So are you leaving behind a job to go do this? Are you?
No, I'm kind of semi-retired at this point. I guess I lawyered. I was a lawyer.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's a blessing and a curse,
Yeah.
So I got out of law school in 2007, and then in 2023, I decided to just leave the practice. I just didn't have my heart in it anymore.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then so yeah, I'll just live off some savings for a little bit. Maybe I'll have to work, I guess, somewhat, some way, somehow, sooner than later. It's also part of the window, you know.
Yeah.
But my philosophy is, less money, more happy. I'm much happier. I quit the lawyering job. I decided to sell as much of the clutter I had in my house, and just kind of started selling stuff on eBay. I uninstalled Facebook. Mostly stopped paying to the news. Although during presidential elections, it's hard to get away from it. But I don't know. I'm much happier when I just focus on my hobbies and things that I want to do.
That's what's important, right?
Yeah, man. You gotta do your own thing. So, all right. How many people ask you if you're going to carry a gun out here?
Most of my family and friends have asked me.
Yeah.
One or two people.
No, I am not carrying.
Yeah, well, I mean, Georgia, we're a constitutional carry state. You don't, as long as you don't have to do anything to carry one except for just self-verify that you qualify to carry one, that you're, whatever those things are.
Yeah, one or two people ask me, but I mean, more as a joke.
Yeah.
We don't really carry guns around in Canada, so.
Yeah, I don't think you need one on the Appalachian Trail.
I definitely, I'm worried about my base weight. I'm not going to carry a gun.
Yeah, your base weight's insane, man.
Yeah.
For a first-time thru hiker, I'm wondering what you didn't carry. So okay, so tell me about your clothing, because we did some of your other gear. I mean, we got your big three, and those are all reasonable, lightweight. I mean, and like comfortable and safe choices, right? I don't think you're going out there underprepared with a 20-degree katabatic quilt. I think you're going to be super warm.
So for clothing, this is what I'm hiking in, the Outdoor Research Echo Sun Hoodie, Palante pack, shorts.
Yeah.
And then I got a pair of...
The Palante shorts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a pair of Darn Tough socks, and then I have a second pair in my backpack.
Just one backup pair?
Yeah, and then I got a pair of Alpha Direct sleep socks.
That's a cool choice. I've been seeing people talk about those lately. What do you think about those?
Haven't tried them.
Who made those?
Terra Ultralight, which is a small company out of Quebec.
With Terra with a K?
Terra with a Tango.
Oh, Tango.
Yeah, they used to be Tribe Ultralight, but they just switched their name like the last 3 months to Terra, like Terra.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it's a French company out of Quebec.
Okay.
And then I got a Senchi Alpha 90 3/4 zip hoodie.
Cool.
And then I got my Alpha 90 pants by, what the hell were they by? Can't remember who they were by. Oh, those were by Terra as well.
Terra as well. Okay.
Yeah. And then for my puffy, I have the Enlightened Equipment Torrid.
Yeah. Pullover or the full zip?
I went for the pullover.
Okay. The hoodie though.
Yeah, I was worried that like when I'm sleeping in it, the extra like bits of zipper would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get some cold weather to really want to put that thing on it with that quilt.
Yeah, and then I also have the Enlightened Equipment wind shirt and wind pants.
The Copperfield wind shirt and wind pants.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, would you hike with the Alpha pants on?
I think if I'm gonna hike with the Alpha pants on, I'd be putting on the wind pants over top of them. Yeah, because I mean, like they're basically like the wind goes right through them. You need something to like sort of trap the heat in.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have there's a company called Farpoint OG that makes the Alpha stuff, and I have a pullover that I'm not taking with me, but I've worn it, and the wind goes right through. You need a shell most of the time if you're moving and you're active. I think you're good. Mm-hmm. But I'm concerned about that snagging on something.
Yeah, you definitely want a shell.
Yeah, I would definitely hike with something over those for sure.
And like
my legs get cold. I like pants all the time. I always hike in pants. I don't care how hot it is.
the wind shell is so light. It weighs almost nothing.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think ounce and a half for those?
Yeah,
like that?
it's like absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And then for my rain jacket is Leve, L-E-V-E.
Yeah, you bought one of those.
Oh, it
That's
was
awesome.
so expensive, but I
Was
bought
like
one.
a couple $100
Yeah,
for it?
and then it was
Plus
even more
into Canada?
sending it to Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like a trash bag, but whatever.
Yeah, but that's probably one
Yeah.
of the best things going.
Yeah.
I think so. It's about 4 ounces.
Yeah, it weighs nothing.
Yeah.
And the only other two things I have, I got a pair of gloves and buff. I think that's my only clothes.
No hat.
No, I don't like hats.
No
And
hat or
I got,
coke or whatever. Beanie.
Yeah, well, I got the buff that I could wear as a beanie, right? And then like everything has hoods on it, like the Torrid has a hood,
Yeah,
the Wind
yeah.
Jacket has a hood,
Yeah.
the Alpha has a hood.
Dude,
This thing
you're
has
an
a hood.
ultralight hiker. Are you sure you really have? You're not just trolling me, and you haven't done this before.
I'm good at looking stuff up on the internet, and I
Clearly,
had
mean,
I had 2 years to figure out what I wanted to take, right? So it was.
Yeah, it's almost a textbook ultralight kit. That rains, the rain shell, the Leve Outdoor rain shell is something I've been looking at. And if I didn't, I bought an Enlightened Equipment Visp years ago when they still sold them. I guess they don't sell them anymore because I guess the fabric's too hard for me to get. And it works, it's great, and it hasn't failed yet. But if I need to get another one like that shell, that's probably at the top of my list.
If they were making Visps, I probably would have got that just because that way I would have known the sizing for sure would fit over the Torrid. You know what I mean? Because
they say that. Yeah.
I probably would have done that, but
you're fine.
Yeah, no,
You'll be fine. Yeah, it's a cool shell, man. It really is. Great. Okay, you got a good setup. What shoes are you wearing?
The Ultra Lone Peak 9 Pluses.
Yeah, me too. Those are. I didn't want to wear the Ultras. I tried on so many different pairs of shoes. Again, I had done a section in Ultras back in 2017, the threes, the Lone Peak threes, and they were a little. I felt like I was sliding off the footbed a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And I guess the midfoot wasn't tight enough, and I got away from them for a while, and then for this trip I just went and tried on a bunch of different shoes, and I returned a bunch to REI, and begrudgingly the Lone Peak 9 Pluses, they have dialed in that shoe for my foot. It's tighter in the midfoot, I'm staying where I need to be, and I just like it. I like it's not so much that the zero drop that I like as much, but the what do you call it, the cushion, right? So it's a relatively low amount of cushion, say compared to a Hoka. But Hoka.
Yeah, when I tried on the Hokas, I felt like I was rocking in them.
Man, yeah, I roll my ankles in the Hokas because you sit up so high.
Yeah.
It's too easy. So.
And I typically wear Converse, which are almost no drop, right? So it feels very similar to Converse I normally wear.
Yeah, for sure. You're dialed in, man. I think you're going to be fine. Like, I would only worry about, you're going to be cold, or not handle rain well. It sounds like you're going to be fine.
Yeah, I didn't bring a rain kilt or rain pants, so that's the only thing I didn't have, but I didn't think I'd wear it anyway, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, if you're getting cold, you set up your tent.
Yeah.
And then get in your quilt and just stay dry as long as you need to. Stay dry and warm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hike in the rain if you're freezing. I'm bringing a pair of rain pants this year, though.
Okay.
I've never worn them, but I've wanted them so many times. and I've hiked in like 37-degree horizontal blowing rain, with pants on, just thinking, damn, my legs are cold. Even, I had a storm, it was ascent of Mount Rogers, which is just north of Damascus, Virginia. And it was a pretty crazy storm. There's actually there's a YouTube, I did like a 6-part series of this hike where my 14-year-old nephew actually got lost while we were on this. Yeah, he disappeared on me. It's crazy. It's a really good, fun series, but the ascent of this storm really shows what the winds and the rain and all that can look like. And I really wished I had the rain pants.
Yeah.
Then that one really stands out. I'm like, man, and that was in I think we started that hike on April 1st. So about the same time you'll get there. Something like that.
Man, these are fun roads. We don't have anything.
Nothing like this?
No, we're all on a grid road system. It's all farming, so it's like 1 mile straight every direction.
Yeah. These it gets curvier when you get up to the mountains too. You'll enjoy your shuttle rides if you like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's There's some stuff. There's some curvy roads up here with guys with expensive sports cars get up there on the weekends, and they go flying through the mountains. Also with the motorcycles too. So that keeps it going.
Yeah.
So both of you guys flew in last night. Did you get to explore the area over there, or just kind of go straight to your hotels?
I went straight to my hotel. Like my flight was delayed by like an hour and a half in Calgary due to a snowstorm. So like, it was irritating. Originally, I booked a direct flight from Winnipeg to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But then our like provincial government stopped like supplementing WestJet's income, so they got rid of that. So then I had to fly to Calgary to Atlanta, which I was supposed to get here at 11. That switched me to 3, and then I got here at like 5 because of the delay.
Oh.
So I had a lot less time yesterday than I expected.
Everybody has all the supplies and everything they need, because this town is called Dawsonville, and we're getting ready to go through the historic square, and after this there's nothing, right? So there's like a food line that we just passed, there's a gas station up here, and that's about it.
Yeah,
so we got all our food.
Yep, I'm
okay, got a lighter.
Yeah,
for those that want one. All right, just making sure.
Aside from
water bottles,
a couple Ziploc bags.
I got the Ziplocs for you, man.
Awesome.
I keep a thing of quart Ziplocs back there.
Yeah.
I have
they're
like
a little
15
heavier
in my bag too.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a couple more than you need, but you'll get to them eventually.
Yep.
Yeah, I went and bought like a big thing of Nerds. I thought I was gonna buy the individual packaged one, but the big one was on sale. So I'm like, crap! I need something to put my Nerds in. So I just eat the right amount each day.
Okay. Well, you can have a couple of those.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. They're a heavier, more durable quart-sized Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Which some ultralight hikers would scoff at.
I'm a pound over, so I'm not ultralight, so I'll take it.
They might weigh close to a half ounce each. I don't know.
Yeah. If I'm 2 feet short at in June from summiting, I'll be calling you back saying it was the Ziplocs that did it.
It was the Ziplocs that you had.
Yeah.
So you guys are probably too young and you don't know NASCAR. The only reason I know anything about NASCAR is because in the 80s and 90s, a guy named Bill Elliott was really good at NASCAR, and he's from this town that we're driving through. And they named this street Bill Elliott Street after him. It's about 100 yards long. It goes from there to there. That's it. But I don't know what he won. He's a big deal. So for all the NASCAR fans,
for a town this size.
Yeah. It's a lot bigger than the little downtown area now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the county administration building there for entire Dawson County. I don't even know what other cities are in Dawson County, but Dawsonville. That's it. So you saw Dawsonville. We're out now. We're leaving the downtown area. I'm gonna make it just a degree warmer and see if that doesn't make me happier. Alright. So according to the GPS, we got about 15 minutes left till we get there. Did you guys check the weather for yourselves today?
Yeah, it's supposed to rain a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little drizzle. Looks like it might drizzle a little bit.
Whatever.
There is a weather website. It's atweather.org. And you go on there and you basically pick your state that you're in and you pick a shelter. It'll tell you the shelter. They pull in from the closest NOAA weather stations. And it's been pretty good. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they adjust for elevation or not, but I've used it for a while and I decided, well, I want to make sure I'm adjusting for elevation.
Yeah. And
there was always, I was like, well, I'm not gonna spend the night at that shelter. I'm going to be at this campsite. And so I used AI because I don't know how to code, but I used AI to add in some additional functionality, and it's at nodog.net. And you can either do just like current location, or you can do the shelter, right? Pick a shelter from the list, or you guys using Far Out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So in Far Out, everything in Far Out has the GPS coordinates, and you can, just like tapping it or holding it, you can copy the GPS coordinates and paste it into nodog.net, and then you can manually enter the elevation, and it'll pull the weather for that exact spot. I mean, using whatever the closest station is. It's using 3.5 degrees Fahrenheit per 1,000 feet of elevation, whatever. Most likely you're going to be higher than the weather station. That's the rule of thumb that I went with. And so far it works. And if there's a weather alert, it'll show you this little red weather alert, like whether it's whatever the weather alert is, right?
Yeah.
If you hit the weather alert, it'll pop up a little box. Anyway.
How was the service down here? Because I did not get a Garmin. I'm not carrying a Garmin either, first of all.
It doesn't seem worth it. I mean, I haven't done the AT, but it doesn't seem worth it on the AT with how busy it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to, for like now, if anybody's watching, I don't want him to be like, oh, No Dog says you don't need a Garmin, and the other guys in his car said they're not taking one either, so I'm going to drop my Garmin, and the next thing you know, they need to hit the SOS button. It's not on me. Take the Garmin if you want to take the Garmin. I think it's unnecessary because there's a ton of people, you're really close to towns. You're not out in some remote area on the CDT by yourself, or you're not going to see anybody for days. Cell phone signal's pretty good. If you have a relatively recent iPhone, you can get satellite messaging, which is, I've been able to do that out here. Now, if you're, sometimes the trees do block the satellite. It's not perfect, but I don't know, maybe Garmin might be slightly more reliable when it comes to that. I'm just not sure. Who's your cell phone carrier?
Verizon.
Yeah, that seems to be the way to go. Verizon's very reliable. Before I switched to Verizon, I had AT&T, and I was standing pretty much in the same spot next to a guy who had Verizon. He had 2 bars, I had none.
That's why I switched over too. I had AT&T. I switched over like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
To Verizon.
Yeah, I got no complaints. I think you'd be all right.
I'm on an AT&T tower. It says.
Well, but is yours going to switch from tower to tower? Or are you stuck on AT&T because
I have no
of
idea.
Your USA SIM that you bought?
Oh, I'm using my Canadian number and everything.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever works for you. So it might jump towers.
Yeah.
Well, worst case scenario is, just ask somebody for some help. There's a lot of people out here, whether they're through hiking or section hiking or day hiking. This is not this is a very social trail. There's a lot of people out here. Numbers are down for thru hikers though. The guy, the Canadian guy, dropped off last week, who you'll never catch unless he just decides to sleep for a month. I don't know. He's going to be fast. But that guy, so 3 years ago, he goes, it's been 3 years and a day, and I was number 149 3 years and a day ago, and he was number 109 this year.
109. And how long was that?
This was last week.
Oh, geez, I was hoping for a number in the 200s, but I guess
it's close. You might be right near 200.
At work, they called me. My name is 201 at work. Just that's what my call sign on the radio. So I was like, oh, it'd be cool if I ended up with 201. And I was like thinking, I'll probably be right around there.
You might be right around there. It's gonna be. I mean, you're talking. I think he was about a week ago. So you're talking about 90 people in a week, roughly. When we get to Amicalola, by the way, so I'll do my usual thing where I'll kind of just give you a lay of the land real quick. I'm like, okay, there's the visitor center, and then I'll show you, hey, the approach trail goes over here, and this is where you want to make sure you go so you don't take the wrong trail, because you want to do the stairs that weave up and down by the falls. Amicalola Falls is the tallest cascading waterfall east of the Mississippi River, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. So you want to do that, and the stairs are it's 600 stairs, right? And that's the approach trail in front of us. It's clear enough to see it. Amicalola is to the left, and then somewhere right over here is Springer. And if you guys have one of those apps that like Mountain Peaks or Alpine Peaks or Peak Finder or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I aimed it over there one time. I was going to pick somebody up at Amicalola, and I didn't have anybody in the car to scare while I was driving. So, probably not supposed to use that while you're at the same time. But it was like, Springer's like over there somewhere. So that's the ridgeline. You guys will hike that today.
Nice.
Yeah, right? Pretty cool. Everybody on here, I can't see. Too that. Yeah, that's your home for the next however many, 5 months or so.
Yeah.
There it is. That's where you live now. All right, go become hiker trash. Amicalola is like down over there. Every time I come up here, I love it. I love it. So not quite as flat as you're used to.
No hills at all.
Have you hiked in mountains ever?
Like when I was in China, I like walked up Mount Hushan or whatever, but that was in 2016.
This is so new for you. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I had time to hike with you, man. I'd love to hike with you just to get your feedback and hear what you have to say. You guys, if you feel like it, like send me a text, man. Just be like, okay, this is really different.
Yeah.
This really, it's really slowed me down going up the approach trail today. The approach trail, I think if you took any thru hiker that makes it to Damascus and then take them and put them and say, okay, go do the approach trail, I think they're going to say that was an average day, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't think the approach, and that I don't want that to discourage you when you're out there going, shit, this is an average day, But I think that once you get used to hiking up and down mountains, for say the next 30 days or so, you'll just see the approach trails like that's just kind of an average day on the AT. I mean, it's it's a little more ups maybe than the average day because it is mostly up, but it's not like it's super strenuous up compared to anything else in particular. There's tougher climbs in Georgia, I think, than the approach trail. Kelly Knob, that one comes to mind. The climb out of Tesnatee Gap, that's a tough one. The climb out of Unicoi Gap, Unicoi is like mile 50. You'll take I strongly suggest a 0 in one of the towns. You get Trail East is Helen and Trail West is Hiawassee. I don't know why more people don't go to Helen. Have you guys heard of Helen?
I had Hiawassee on my radar.
You can still go to Hiawassee from other places as well. I mean, they're all close enough to drive from most of the road crossings. But Helen, in particular, is 10 miles trail east of Unicoi Gap. It was a tourist town built in I think the late 60s, early 70s. It looks like a German Bavarian village.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's awesome. I don't know why more people don't go there. And it has everything a thru hiker could need. From restaurants, town food, grocery store, resupply, gas stations, hotels. I don't know if there's a hostel in downtown Helen, but like the Helen Riverdorf Inn is hiker friendly. All right, this guy's just in the road. Let's go around him. You got it, bro. All right, guys. Got about 6 minutes to Amicalola. How are we feeling? It's becoming more real.
I don't know.
It's hard to describe.
Yeah.
A little nervous, excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually this is where about the time I get down here, we're gonna make a left-hand turn, and we're 5 miles to the entrance. Less than 5 minutes to the entrance. It's that. A deep breath, relax. Yeah, Springer's like one of these homes over here.
It's funny because like compared to if I was at work, like it would be a much more stressful day, right? Like it just feels like the stakes are so absolutely low. If it goes well, great. If it doesn't, you don't know what you don't know. So it's
just stay on trail. I think that's a good motto. Stay on trail. You have plenty of time.
Oh yeah.
Both of you guys have so much time, so you can always just take that 0 or 2.
I'm thinking about doing a flip-flop is how I'm going to do it.
Oh, that's pretty
nice.
cool. So what's your flip-flop plan?
I have a wedding I got to go to in the middle of March.
Okay.
Or beginning of April, I mean.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about just getting as far as I can till the wedding day, going on the wedding, staying at home for like 2 or 3 days, and then going up to Maine and then hiking back down to where I ended.
That's pretty. So how far do you think you might get?
I would like to try to get 500 miles.
Yeah, so close to Damascus area.
Starting in Maine in April, isn't that pretty early to go southbound?
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah, I don't think Mount Katahdin's open at that time.
There's a guy that's going southbound right now on YouTube.
But Mount Katahdin's closed during like the spring, right?
So
it's open in the winter and the summer, but closed during the spring. I think.
So I think you're right, but I think if you are a thru hiker,
I don't know, like
a bona fide thru hiker, I think that the ranger folks up there at Baxter might give you a pass. Not like if the mountain is passable, I think they'll let you up there. Or if you can prove to them you know what the hell you're doing. Like that guy doing that southbound, I forget his name, but yeah, right? He started at Katahdin, didn't he?
Yeah, he started.
Yeah, so they let him up there.
But I think it's to protect the mountain, I'm pretty sure.
Is that part of it as well?
I thought that was it, but I don't actually know.
Well,
because of like the sort of sloppy season or whatever, right? Like, but I know like if I arrive before if I get there like mid-May, like I won't be able to go up. I'll have to wait for Mount Katahdin to open, and it opens like June 1st or whatever, right?
June 1st is typically the first date I hear of Sobo's starting their Sobo.
Yeah.
But I'm talking out of school here. I don't know the exact thing, and I wouldn't change your plans yet. You know, I'd just call and find out. That'd be the best way, right? Like, hey, here's what I'm planning on doing. You gonna let me up there or not? And then they'll say, I don't know. Yeah.
My thing is I don't really care how I get the mileage done as long as the miles get done.
I think that's cool.
I can jump, do a couple different things, but as long as I touch every single mile.
That's great. There's a lot of people that flexibility like that I think is important too.
Because I do have like 2 commitments at home that I have to, 2 weddings that I have to go to.
Wow, 2 weddings. Yeah, I got to come back at the end of May. My kid's graduating the 8th grade. That's a big deal now, apparently.
I got nothing. The only thing I had to do is I went and met my grandparents and told them, like, if you guys die while I'm gone, I'm not coming back.
Oh, God.
Just so you know.
All right. Just send your goodbyes just in case.
Yeah.
All right. That's morbid but funny at the same time. Some dark humor. Golly, I love coming up here every time, man. Every time. I'm so excited for you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah. Good. Just a little over a mile to the Amicalola entrance. So one of the things I usually tell people when I pull into Amicalola is there's this sign that hangs over the road just past the entrance that says Amicalola, welcome to the Amicalola Falls State Park. A lot of people want to get a picture of that. I'll stop the car, you can take a picture if you want it. I've had people get out, stand by it, take their picture for them, whatever. It's up to you, I don't care. But the opportunity is there. I'll also take your picture for you at the arch.
Awesome. Can I get a picture with you too?
Yeah, I love to do the selfies. The video, assuming that it works, it doesn't fail. You guys cool posting this? We're all good?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Great. Thanks. I really appreciate it. It's really nice, you guys. Anyway, it's at NOBO Hikes is the YouTube channel. It's not much. I mean, it's got a bunch of old stuff there, and then I did an announcement video this year and a gear video this year.
Classic.
Yeah, and then I was thinking, like it's something different. The past few days, I'm like, I wonder if this shuttle thing, people want to watch that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. Maybe it'll get no views, or maybe we'll get some feedback. Hopefully, people send some feedback. Are any of you guys vlogging or blogging or want to be followed at all?
I'm gonna try to vlog, but I did the gear video that everybody does, and it's like it was just so uncomfortable talking to the camera. I'm sure it gets easier with time, but holy smokes, I hated every second of it.
And you guys want a picture of this? It's up to you.
I'll wait for the arch.
All right, fair enough. You guys are climbing up this thing not first thing. like the approach trail to the top of the falls is a mile. By the way, you don't need to carry more than 1 liter of water.
Yeah, I brought 2 liters.
Yeah,
I was thinking that's too much.
Yeah, because it's a kilogram more than you need.
Yeah.
Attendant not on duty, bro. Oh, why are you stopping there? Okay, well, I'll just back around you then. And then I'll go around. Why did they do that? Did they not see I was behind them? Okay. Oh, she's taking a picture. I don't know what that was for. All right, so this is the visitor center. The arch is behind the visitor center.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then, don't worry. I'm going to bring you back here and drop you off.
Oh,
this is the lay of the land, part of the NOBO shuttle experience. So then the Appalachian Trail is at the bottom of this hill. Not the Appalachian Trail, sorry, the approach trail.
Yeah.
The bottom of the hill here. And it's parallel to the road. And then you'll hear people about getting cabins or whatever before their thru hike. A lot of that's down here, right? You can see the little trail right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's approach trail.
Okay.
You guys know about white blazes, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. I know you've hiked it out. You follow the white blazes, the main. Follow the blue blazes to get to the summit of Katahdin. Not Katahdin. The summit of Springer. All right. Anyway, the approach trail crosses the road and it goes down there.
Blue's water too, right?
Yeah,
It's any side trail.
Yeah,
right?
blue is it's typically any side trail. This park has other trails. There's like green and yellow, blaze different trails. But the blue blaze trail is the approach trail. You'll see that somewhere else as well. Anyway, so the approach trail comes here and then it crosses. It comes up over there and crosses this little parking lot. This concrete paved thing where these people are coming from and that wooden bridge, that's the approach trail. It'll go up there. That concrete incline, by the way.
So we're walking that way or walking this way?
You're going this way.
Okay.
Yeah, that concrete incline, they're coming down. So that concrete incline winding up there by the falls is going to kick your ass. It's deceptively steep. Every time. I've done the stairs and forward and backwards a dozen times because I brought my kids up here enough, and I've done the approach trail forward and backward a few times. And but that concrete walkway is about a quarter mile or so on its own, and I'm always so excited, and I just hiked all this relatively flat for AT, right, from the, to get to it, that my pace is just too fast. Well, we fixed that. I don't know, whatever. It ended. I don't know if it didn't
fix
fill
it in
up.
Post.
Yeah, I'll fix it in post. It didn't fill up the phone. I'll figure it out. It bumped. I have a thing I can stick to my one of those suction cups.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try that next time. It's kind of a last minute thought, like, oh hey, let's try it on this ride.
Time wise, what would you think it takes to get up just the average person to get up the approach trail?
It's about 4 to 5 hours because it's 8.8 miles and 9 miles to the Springer Mountain Shelter. So you guys got plenty of time to get to Springer. I mean, if for some reason you go slower, then there's Black Gap Shelter at mile 7.5 on the approach trail. We've had enough rain, but seriously though, you'd probably like 1 liter to the top of the falls. You can take a 0.1, trail right. You can go up and see the lodge, which is up there. You can refill water at the lodge. That's a pretty easy thing to do. There's a bathroom. You don't even have to go all the way to the lodge. There's a bathroom at the top of the stairs. You can fill up your water there. But carrying a 2 liters of water, unless you have some problem, I think, where you have to drink a ton of water, I don't see why you would need 2 liters to get up to the top of the thing. You're just carrying an extra kilogram or 2.2 pounds. There's the conversion there. Metric system's so easy. Anyway, of weight, you just don't need to carry up there.
Yeah, I think I'm carrying too much food. I took 4 days worth of food. I don't know if it's the right amount or whatever. I think I took too much.
4 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. That's the right amount.
That's the right amount?
That's
okay.
perfect. Yeah. So there's an unmarked. The road crossing's marked on far out at Woody Gap.
Yeah.
2 miles to the west is the town of Suches, and there's a gas station 2 miles from. It's a big paved parking on both sides, pit toilets, garbage cans at Woody Gap, big touristy, not tourist, but day hike kind of area as well. You can get a ride to that gas station and refill any, all the food you need. They might make fried chicken. I mean, that's an emergency thing, right? Like if some animal gets your food or whatever. Plus, there's other people out here and everybody's carrying too much food. All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Have a great hike. Let's go inside and I'll show you where to get checked in. So that wraps up the first episode of Shuttle Tales with No Dog. We've dropped off Alex and Ty at base camp here at Amicalola. Took their pictures. We did some selfies, and they're sitting in the orientation there at base camp. Monarch, who is one of the ridge runners and doing orientation this year. Her name is Tanya, and maybe a few years ago you might have watched her YouTube channel, but she is fantastic to see every time I drop somebody off here at base camp. Anyway, I have a shuttle run tomorrow, so stay tuned hopefully for episode 2, and hopefully you liked episode 1. Would love to hear some comments, suggestions down below. Thanks.